From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Going quickly here to Thomas. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Cummins. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On play action, Haskins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummins. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on first down. Cummins. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Cummins out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that defense.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Cummins escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Cummins. And he's into the clear. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't fight.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third down. Here's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Saints, nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on second down. Cummins looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cummins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing again. Cummins. And he fires one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Mike 51.
2nd and 3.
To throw on 2nd down. Cummins. And Josh Hill has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
On first down. Still, he'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Ready? 47. Mike's 47. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down, Redskins.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action now. Haskins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cameron Jordan, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Don't get
On first down, it's Haskins. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try the left side. Still. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
See what you got.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligence...
And that's caught inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Cummins looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Quick throw here to Hilton. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. 30 base. I got it. Hey, got tight left, tight his left. We got 4. Check. Check 3. General West. Snap.
2nd and 3 toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Cummins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
3rd down pass. Intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
We got this.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Still. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Check, 47. Hey, watch the slant.
On third down. Still. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Haskins completes it to Hardman. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Let's go, D.
On 2nd down now. Still. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On 2nd down, still, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Sutton. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Still. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
2nd down, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the 1st. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He'll buy some time right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. They find some open field here. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's taken on the 25. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cummins. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. What's good on the extra point? And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Get your swarm on.
Play action. Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Haskins. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Haskins going to try to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
56 now.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But now it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here we go with Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Walton. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try and run for it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Saints, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.